With the first pick in the 1997 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Tim Duncan from Wake Forest University.
As soon as we drafted him, as if it was a tough choice, we took a lot of phone calls. People would call and say, hey, we'll give you a second, you know, just pick anybody on our team, we'll use it. And I said, yeah, okay, thank you.
Pop, here's Tim. Okay.
So, Pop, all I've heard from since I've gotten here was that you're going to trade me. That's all I've heard for the last 20 minutes.
But as soon as we drafted him, I went down to St. Croix. And we just spent, whatever, I can't even remember now, 4 or 5 days together. And we just go down to the beach and we go swim. I wanted to know who he was. And he probably wanted to know who I was, too. I'd watch him swim. I'd go, my gosh, if he's as good a basketball player as he is a swimmer, this is going to be pretty cool.
TD, I was going to ask you, what were your expectations about yourself when you got selected?
I didn't know what to expect in the NBA. I didn't know if I was going to be good or average or bad or what it was. Right after I get drafted, Poppy's like, there's summer camp. Do you want to go play? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to play. Of course, I want to get out there and get as much experience as possible. And I show up for that, and I sucked.
Really?
I was awful.
In summer league?
Yeah, I was bad.
I have an Ostertag story to prove it.
I was bad.
First of all, you know, the #1 draft pick doesn't often go to the summer league. So I knew we had somebody with character. And one of the first times down the court, Timmy went to get a shot, and Ostertag sent it like in the 10th row. And what was really cool about it, Timmy no expression whatsoever. That's just what happened. He went down to the other end, and Ostertag comes across and he sends his, you know, up into like the 10th row. And didn't change his expression at all. You guys know how I love that. Yeah. So I knew that we had somebody that was a hell of an athlete, that had character, that, you know, wasn't going to be beating his chest and doing all that silly stuff. Now he came to training camp, and David Robinson watched him play. And about the second practice, the whole offense changed. David was now in the dunker spot, and Timmy was on the block catching the ball, and David never even said a word.
It could be, you know, his team now, and it's a great chance for him to do it. It's, you know, training camp, it's time to come in here and really establish yourself.
And everybody would always ask him, what did you do to David? What did you say to David to buy this? You know, this new kid comes in, and all of a sudden David's not getting all his touches. And I just told the truth. Nothing. Never said a word to David. And Timmy just grew and grew from there.
The San Antonio Spurs win their first ever NBA championship.
Tony, when you got here, did you know right away that you could win? Or you were like, I don't know what's going on?
You didn't know anything, dude.
Yes, I did.
You know he could win.
Yes, I did. I watched the NBA a lot when I was in France. I wake up at 3 in the morning, and my little brother, his favorite player was David Robinson, because he didn't want to be a Bulls fan, because me and TJ, we were Bulls fans. So he was a Spurs fan, and he loved David. And David came to France, and we went to see him play. And he hugged me with my brother like this. We always watched the Spurs on TV because of him. So I saw the 99 when he won the championship and stuff like that. So when I got drafted, I was like, man, life is funny.
Yeah, people! Comment allez-vous? Ça va bien. Ça va bien.
How long before we gave him the ball and said, you're the point guard?
Oh, 5 games.
5 games.
My rookie year.
Oh, that's scary.
I was scared. I was scared when you told me you starting, because I knew TD was very close with Antonio Daniels. And I was like, man, Pop's doing this after 5 games. Timmy's going to hate me. He's never going to talk to me.
He looked at me with a raised eyebrow like, Are you serious?
What are
you doing?
I was scared of how he was going to react. Like, I felt like I was ready and I was ready to take the challenge, but I was worried of how he was going to react. And I don't know if you remember that. Pop Ben was like, "Are you sure Timmy is okay with it?" Like, I don't know if you remember that. I was like, "You sure he gave the blessing?" Because
Timmy will be fine.
Yeah.
Timmy will be fine. He'll figure it out. He allows that kind of stuff to happen.
I help you, you help me, you know? No?
We got it.
It don't work like that?
We work the right way. We work together. You're the point guard. You do the setup.
Could you tell he had something in him first season? Or not really? No, I mean,
he was a little skinny kid. He was fast. He could score. I don't know if he could be a point guard.
Timmy, right side.
he was 19.
I know, but Avery was our point guard, and Avery was
a point guard.
Yeah, a point guard. He controlled everything and told everybody where to go.
I remember Pop when I first arrived.
Never let the ball go.
I want you to be like Avery Johnson. And me in my head, no disrespect to Avery, but I was like, I don't want to be Avery Johnson. I want to be better than
Who's the other guy, though?
John Stockton.
Stockton. You know,
you show me a paper and you say John
there.
Stockton, and you're here, and you're here, and we like to be in the
Here's a true point guard over here. The other end of the scale, this is you, Tony. You're over here.
Whatever you are now.
Yeah, my goal is, I don't want to make you John Stockton, but I like to bring you here, which is the most difficult place to be, really.
Find that happy middle.
Nice pass, Tony Parker. Good job, Tony.